What if everything you believe about self-esteem is built on a lie? Today, we're going to expose 6 misconceptions about self-esteem and reveal the truth about what really fuels genuine confidence. If you've ever chased after external achievements, hoping they'd boost your self-esteem, only to still feel unsatisfied, this video is for you. And make sure you stick around until the end because we'll reveal one critical truth about self-esteem that you've probably never considered, but it could change everything. Starting with misconception number 1. Have you ever thought that once you land that dream job or reach a major milestone, your confidence will automatically skyrocket? Maybe you've told yourself, if I could just accomplish this, I'd finally feel good about myself. But what happens when you reach that goal and still feel unfulfilled? It can feel like a never-ending chase for validation. Here's the surprising reality. Success doesn't always lead to higher self-esteem. In fact, many people who achieve great success still struggle with feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. Why? Because self-esteem isn't built solely on external achievements. It's something deeper. Think of success like a shiny trophy. It looks impressive on the outside, but if you're relying on it to fill an internal void, you might be disappointed. Studies by the American Psychological Association reveal that people who tie their self-worth to their achievements often feel empty after the initial high fades. Take celebrities for instance. Despite their fame and wealth, many continue to struggle with self-esteem issues even after achieving global success. They often realize that external success doesn't automatically translate to internal confidence. So here's the truth. Relying on external success to boost your self-esteem is a trap. It might give you a temporary boost, but it won't create lasting confidence. Instead, focus on building self-esteem by appreciating your growth, resilience, and the effort you put in, regardless of the outcome. True self-esteem comes from how you handle challenges, not just from your achievements. Remember, real self-esteem is built from the inside out, not from the trophies on your shelf. Misconception number 2. Do you ever catch yourself worrying about what others think of you? Maybe you hesitate to share your opinions or take risks at a meeting because you're afraid of being judged. It's easy to believe that if everyone approves of you, then you must be doing something right. But is that really where your self-esteem should come from? It's natural to want acceptance from others. But here's the catch. Relying on other people's opinions to feel good about yourself is risky business. Their opinions are constantly shifting, and tying your self-worth to those changes can leave you feeling unstable and insecure. Think of others' opinions like the weather. It changes from day to day. Just as you can control the weather, you can't control how people view you. A study published in Psychological Science shows that people who rely heavily on external validation for self-worth often experience more anxiety and emotional instability. Celebrities and public figures are prime examples of this. They might receive praise one day and harsh criticism the next, which can cause their self-esteem to fluctuate wildly. So what's the truth? Basing your self-esteem on others' opinions is like building a house on shifting sand. It won't hold up. To build genuine self-worth, you need to rely on your own assessment of your value. Focus on your personal standards and how you feel about your actions, not how others might judge them. Remember, you're the only one who can define your worth in a way that lasts. Misconception number 3. Have you ever thought that if you looked a certain way, dressed better, or had the perfect social media presence, you'd feel more confident? It's tempting to believe that if you can present yourself perfectly to the world, your self-esteem will naturally improve. But here's a shocking truth. Perfecting your image doesn't necessarily lead to higher self-esteem. In fact, the more you focus on perfecting how others see you, the less you may focus on how you actually feel about yourself. Think of your image like a mask you wear. It might look polished on the outside, but if you're wearing it to hide your insecurities, you're not really addressing the root of the issue. Research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who overly invest in their appearance or external image often struggle with feelings of inadequacy because they base their self-worth on something fragile. So what's the reality? Focusing on perfecting your image won't fix low self-esteem. It's just a temporary cover-up. To build true confidence, you need to focus on your inner qualities, such as your integrity, kindness, and resilience. These traits are what make you valuable, not how perfect you appear to others. Confidence comes from who you are, not how you look. Misconception number 4. Have you ever held back from sharing your ideas or taking bold actions as a leader, manager, or frontline supervisor or coworker because you feared being criticized? It's easy to think that by avoiding criticism, you can shield your self-esteem. After all, if no one criticizes you, there's nothing to feel insecure about, right? But here's the twist. Avoiding criticism doesn't protect your self-esteem. In fact, it may actually damage it in the long run. When you focus on avoiding negative feedback, giving or receiving, you're letting fear control your actions and missing out on valuable growth opportunities. Think of criticism like a spotlight. It can feel uncomfortable when it's shining on your flaws, but it also illuminates areas for improvement. Research by psychologist Carol Dweck, known for her work on the growth mindset, reveals that those who embrace constructive criticism tend to have stronger self-esteem because they see feedback as a tool for personal development, not as an attack on their identity. So here's the truth. Avoiding criticism won't protect your self-esteem. It will stunt it. Instead, learn to accept and give constructive criticism as a tool for self-improvement. Use it to grow and refine your skills rather than running from it. Bear in mind, true self-esteem isn't about avoiding criticism. It's about thriving despite it. Misconception number 5. Have you ever gone out of your way to please others, thinking that if everyone liked you, you'd finally feel confident? Maybe you've avoided conflict, agreed with things you didn't actually believe in, or constantly put others' needs before your own, hoping that being liked would make you feel more secure in yourself. Here's the surprising truth. Trying to be liked by everyone won't lead to real self-esteem. In fact, it's often the opposite. The more you bend over backward to gain approval, the more disconnected you become from your true self, which leaves you feeling hollow and insecure. Think of people-pleasing like wearing different masks for different audiences. You might be liked by more people, but you're losing sight of who you really are underneath. A study from the University of Waterloo found that individuals who constantly prioritize being liked over their own authenticity tend to experience lower self-esteem in the long term. This is because their worth becomes dependent on external approval rather than self-acceptance. So what's the truth? Self-esteem isn't built by being liked by everyone. It's built by staying true to yourself. Focus on being authentic, even if it means not everyone will approve of you. When you prioritize your own values and beliefs, your confidence will come from within, not from external opinions. It's better to be disliked for being yourself than liked for being someone you're not. Now that we've uncovered some of the biggest misconceptions about building real self-esteem, it's time to reveal one critical truth that could change everything. As promised, here's misconception number 6. Have you ever thought that in order to build your self-esteem, you need to focus more on yourself? Maybe you've tried affirmations, self-care routines, and personal goals, all in the hope that by centering your attention on you, you'll boost your self-esteem. But here's the irony. The more you focus solely on yourself, the less likely you are to feel inner confidence. Think of self-esteem like a mirror. If you spend too much time staring into it, analyzing every flaw, you'll miss out on the richness of life around you. Research from Harvard University shows that people with stable self-esteem tend to focus less on themselves and more on their actions, contributions, and relationships. They feel more fulfilled because they direct their energy outward toward meaningful activities and helping others rather than always inward. So here's the truth. Real self-esteem isn't built by obsessing over yourself. It grows when you focus on your impact and interactions with others. Shift your attention outward, whether it's contributing to a cause, helping a friend, or simply engaging in meaningful activities. You'll find that self-esteem follows naturally. Inner confidence isn't about staring at your reflection. It's about living beyond it. What's one way you've shifted your focus outward to build real self-esteem and thereby confidence? Let us know in the comments. If you're interested to learn more about confidence, be sure to watch our video about 5 habits that supercharge self-confidence. To learn more about the power of you, well then, see you there.